What's going on, everyone? Cristrian here with your podcast related to MMA, where we relate your personal, family, romantic relationships to business. Today, we have a special guest here. My name is Cristrian. I'm just kidding. No, we have a special guest. Mr. Justin Castillo, a.k.a. J-Roc, is in the house.
What's up, man? You doing all right, brother?
We're doing great. And also the co-host, Mr.
Sandra.
But didn't you say your name twice? You forgot your name. Did you? I am Cristrian with our co-host here, Mr. Steven and Miss
Sandra. What's that?
The lovely, the woman perspective, Sandra. So, guys, we have us. Are you okay? What are you doing down there? Because of the word serious, the head up. And guys, we're coming from a from a different venue. And Steven, you can't see it, but Steven has his hands under the table making movements, and I have no idea what's going on with that.
So you're really going naked.
I'm going to go naked today.
If you didn't have your mind in the gutter, it would be okay. But
what do you mean?
But you know, Sandra, when my head was over here, that he'd get jealous. But I was like, hey, see, like he's already gay.
You do you, boom. I don't know what's going on over there. That's okay. Keep it over there. On this side, we're PG-13. Keep it all right.
would stop you letting go like this to you?
No, he did that this morning on the way. Oh, I mean, just kidding.
Under.
That guy is able.
If you ever wonder why I wear a hat, it's because I need a haircut. But anyways,
I'm never seeing in a hat.
Yeah, I mean, I wear it whenever like my stylist wasn't around.
Okay,
she's like, I can't service you, and I was like, he is styling. It's a spark.
Because they just go.
No,
He has a style. You have a butt.
We're gonna start. Yeah, I drank the buzz. That's not I started just loving this. Oh,
I'm just glad. And when I walked up, she goes, "Hey, my man," and I thought she was talking to me, but she was talking to me. I'm like,
"Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that was her."
I know this one. I'm like, "Oh," so that she was like, "Oh, hungry, man," but it was.
What if she wanted to get makeup and all like right, fascinating.
The Rock's coming. No, it's just she was like that.
I'm glad I did.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Look at her, still blushy for the Rock.
Yeah, it's the Rock.
Hey, shout out to what's his name? The Rock's name?
The white. Yeah.
DJ. Oh, because you guys are different call different things,
man. I mean,
the man, my man. What do you call the love of my life?
I did that.
Yeah, we get her. Hey, if she's ever in a bad mood,
she just doesn't know it.
Yeah.
If she's ever in a bad mood, just mention that in because she just lit up right now. My man, it's kind of I was her woman perspective there. Yeah, well, it's actually. So just so we know who you are, Mr. J-Roc, I know who I am, but even my co-hosts, they don't know exactly who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what is that you do?
Yeah, for sure, man. Born and raised in New Braunfels, man. So not just right down the road from where we're at now. But yeah, just grew up loving wrestling, but big community guy as well. Didn't know that me loving wrestling and the sport of basketball, I was going to get so deep into the community. But today I've been coaching for 21 years now. I started coaching when I was 15. And just having the love for the Spurs. I had a buddy of mine I grew up with. We built this ship for the Spurs, but it was called the for Tim Duncan, the Admiral. And after that, we went to a Spurs game and just fell in love with the Spurs, right? And started learning the culture of what the Spurs family was. And I went into also like, and I'm going to get into it with wrestling too, but how I like treated others and how I kind of thought family was through sports right in that way. So again, going through all that, I started coaching young, started coaching his family members. And we just kept rolling with it, man. I just kept rolling coaching. And so, again, 21 years of doing that. I've been part of the community in different ways. Nice. And then I just had love for pro wrestling. So I used to do pro wrestling for 10 years. See, I wrestled for 10 years.
I actually knew that because I watched some of the podcasts. Yeah, that's where you got actually your name. Yeah, because that was your wrestling.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, I knew that too.
Yeah. I knew that, right? Listen, I can't.
Yeah, like I knew all that. I just didn't want to steal his thunder. I want to hit his right. I'm 99, right? I was always a one-upper.
No, because I looked up there because I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. And, I don't know. So anything.
Just saying.
Yeah, man. So I just got the name J-Roc from basketball, then went into wrestling, man. And I didn't.
I think they said rock because you couldn't even hit when you were cheating.
Well, that's all I could do. Watch J-Roc.
That should have played defense.
I was a shooter. Yeah, I was a shooter. obviously, just like anything else in life, you get many reps, you get into something, you start to learn it, you get better.
Yeah.
And I just got good enough to where people respected my game. And it got to the point where, you know, my friend started calling me J-Roc from that movie, How High. You know, they told one of the guys, this is basketball J-Roc because they're doing rowing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, he was like, oh, you're J-Roc now. So
Nice.
we kind of just ran with it, man. And then again, just doing wrestling for pro wrestling for 10 years. I had my own company called Blockbuster Wrestling back in the day. And I ran into brothels and I loved it, man. And it, honestly, the reason why I kind of went to crab was I had a relationship with separate.
Yeah, let's talk about it. That's exactly why we're going to show where we're going to go. Yeah.
But that's where kind of that went. And all of that led into always just watching WWE and watching their like videos and their vignettes. And it just got me into like, man, I love what they're doing. So when I went, I wish I had what I had now when I did pro wrestling then, because I probably could have helped a lot of wrestlers in their path. And I think that's the biggest thing I think my story is I helped all these kids in basketball get to where they want to meet in their lives in the game. You know, when I was doing pro wrestling, and I loved it so much that I wanted to write my own storylines and get these wrestlers to my company to help them get their name out there to then go where they want to go.
How far back are we talking? Where was this?
So this was about,
Before social media, before podcast.
this was, Facebook was barely coming out.
Oh, that's up. But I
think 20 years ago. Yeah, about 20 years ago, I would say.
If we have what we have now, we can influence and touch people.
Correct. And even if different bulk, and you know what I love the most is the relationships, bro. Like today, if I would have had those relationships then, if I would have had a Johnny back then, oh my goodness, like Cristrian Mathal, yeah, Cristrian,
And Steve,
because I'm girl, I could Sandra, we could go off, you know. But I think that's where, like today, I really love the fact, like, I'm happy that all those things went, and at least wrestling's gone anyway for right now. But it helped me a lot, made me learn like, shit, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But again, going back to that was the producing side of it. If I would have had that now, I think I would have, who knows? But where I'm at now is producing podcasts, producing videos, making videos, and you know, I love that part.
Well, you produced podcast.
Story. Yes.
Yes. The fire. I'm just kidding. This kid can't report you. Can't report this guy. Sorry. He does great. He does their work. I'm just kidding. Our podcast is produced by Steven and
Hey, I think about this, man. Like,
he's in the guy.
yeah. I know he's doing great, man. I love what y'all do with Johnny's episode and y'all do your stuff. Yeah, him. And that's where it was, man. Like, I remember just trying to think big, you know what I mean? Back then as a youngster, I started wrestling at 18. I started promoting wrestling.
Do you have any injuries?
I don't know.
No, that's
Funny. I got injured more in basketball than I did in pro wrestling.
You know, it's funny. I remember an interview with someone. I remember an interview with someone that was wrestling like almost every week. And that person actually had like a disc or like a broken rib or something. Didn't even know it.
Don't keep going.
They just kept going. Didn't even know it until like months later. Like, hey man, you got a ruptured something or a broken bone. Yeah. It's crazy. They do put their body through it up. But let me ask you a question, because you're talking about coaching basketball. What ages are you coaching? Does it vary, or do you have a particular age?
Yeah, today I'm coaching from fourth graders all the way to varsity level basketball players.
High school.
Yeah. So right during the summer, I usually have about 5 to 6 teams playing AAU.
One.
Yeah. So right now, all my boys are playing all over from Smiths and Valleys, New Braunfels, I said below area.
And you say boys, so you don't coach girls.
I don't coach girls. I used to coach girls. I think I just it is a lot of drama, and it's just I had a buddy back in the day. He was coaching, and from just a girl's, I don't know if she was mad at him, but she said something to one teacher, killed her, and he lost his certificate. He lost thousands of dollars. He today can get a coaching job, and that's off of somebody's word. Come back later on. You know, I think she ended up clearing the air.
It usually happens that way, where someone points a finger, says, there's some repercussions that take it, and then that someone years later says, well, he did what he said. I was mad. I was going through some stuff, blah, 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 blah. That is sad. That is sad. Yeah. Now, as a photographer for myself, I got to be careful what's there on that. You know, I got to have a chaperone. Hey, bring someone. You can't come in here in my studio by yourself. Like, we're not going to do that, because he said, she said. I mean, it could be something really bad.
Yeah. No, I think that, and there's nothing against it. I train young women as well, girls that are balling, and they can tear it up, man. I think that's what, I love that women's basketball is getting bigger as well.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what people need to understand, that quality of work that comes before that, though. I think that's what, at least the people that I was helping, they didn't understand that. It was really hard for me. I don't want to get too crazy in it, but like, I would have the, like, girls and boys, I train different times because some of the moms wouldn't like that they were training at the same time. So now I'm catering to two, but then I'm going to change my workouts. And then like, there were things that, boys were doing on jump boxes and things like that. Some of the girls choose not to sometimes. And I was just like, no, that's why they have to do that. So, that was way back. Now you see girls balling just for boys. And I think that's awesome. You know what I mean? But just to go back to that, I think, I just love that I can be the way my coaching style is. I'm a very aggressive coach. I don't care. Like, my parents love the way my coaching style is. I drop some F-bombs when I need to. I say, just things like that. But you can't say that when our guy or our role model is LeBron James and he's being who he is on TV. Right. You know what I mean? So, but again, I love coaching.
I want you to drop an F-bomb right now just so he could, like, a Steven Castillo. He's gonna beep it out. He's gonna beep it out. It's okay. I see that. We talk about it. She doesn't know. That's my second F-bomb. Yeah. I'm keeping it down. Yeah. What else? She comes to the guy and said, well, you get close. I'm like, yeah, that's how I fucking thought. Easy. He says like, was even editing now. Whatever. But now, when you say coach, like, I can only equate because I really selected basketball. So is it kind of like a select, because I used to play soccer. So like a select soccer team, like you have a squad and then they go do their.
It's pretty awesome, man. I've been super blessed. Just like any job, any business, you're going to take care of people because they come in and, they work with you for so long, but sometimes they see a different picture, right? They leave, whatever, right? Well, that's why I kind of looked at it with some of these boys, and it did hurt my heart. I think that was one thing I had to learn and get over, was that, man, these kids are going to leave you one day, because there was a point, guys, where I was coaching these kids 3 to 4 times a week, 2 to 4 hours a day, and then still working a 40-hour job.
Like an extended family.
Yeah. And at that point, I was seeing them more than my family.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where, man, they're like my little bros. Mm-hmm. I never wanted to treat them like my kid, you know what I mean? But in some ways it gets that way, right?
Yeah.
And
as a coach, they see you that way too.
Correct. And
you had that figure in the mud of signs that they don't have.
Well, I know, man. Exactly. A lot of them don't, man. And it's so crazy.
At those ages, like, you're a big influence.
Yeah.
Like, you're a big part of how they're going to grow.
Absolutely.
Decisions are going to make them depending on how they get treated along the way.
I was going to kind of touch on that. Like, I'm assuming, like, there's discipline, right? There's culture, there's respect, right? So you're teaching all of those values that they can then take on from their sporting life into life itself.
And so, again, remember what I said at the beginning of the podcast. Where do you think I got that culture from? The Spurs. Right on. The way Pop treated Timmy and Tony and Ginobili. The way he treated, shoot, I can go all day long, from all these guys that play for the Spurs, right? All these guys, man. And
did you hang out with the Spurs all the time?
No, I didn't, but I was studying now. The internet was kind of starting to come out. I bought every newspaper, read every article. I remember having, my buddy Goz is in the room by now. Remember Goz when I had all the Spurs, every time they wanted a playoff game, and they would do these, not articles, but they would also give a poster during the playoffs. I'm going to get every poster every day at HB, the wristbands. But again, that was what my life was at that time. It was basketball every day, in high school, basketball, watch wrestling every Monday night, every pay-per-view, and work out.
These kids, have they transitioned out? Going back to that.
Yeah.
And they keep it back to them?
Yeah. So let me go back real quick. So the kids that I have right now, which is probably shows the most of my artwork. I should say artwork, because my cousin Vince Romero Vicente, he's been with me for 10 years coaching. Those boys, they were 5th graders, 4th and 5th graders. They are now juniors, and called sophomore, juniors, as seniors in high school. Okay, and they're getting their offer letters, and they're doing great, man. Well, hopefully we get there soon. They're getting out to like be seen and things like that. But I have little other kids. One of my kids that I first training ever had, his name's Noah Bettis, man. Played amazing basketball. Had to literally learn. Left me, which was totally cool, to come to San Antonio to play the different like level and things. And he got better, played San Antonio College, graduated now, but as a person, he now works for Chick-fil-A and he's wanting to open his own store. He literally moved out of state, is learning everything so he can come back and open his own Chick-fil-A. Hello, man. I mean, and to see his church in hand and for where he's at today, he always, I feel super horrible, but you know, I missed his graduation at college, but he's just be so proud of it, man. Graduated from Texas State and all the things that he's done in life. He's just a great freaking kid. His parents divorced in the time of him growing up. He could have had every reason to be like, forget it. I'm gonna be on myself to the street. Yes, let me be a bad kid. Yeah. You know, God, let's put all this blame on my parents. No, dude, not once.
You know, there's kids that never get over that. They put the blame card and they blame everything on their parents, regardless of what it is. At some point, you know, I think, in my opinion, they have to take responsibility for their own actions instead of using that crutch. Yeah, they're hard. It's because of my mother or my father or whatever. You know, there comes a point in time that you just got to take responsibility for your own.
And I wish I had that.
Yeah. This is the part of the show where I've been attacked for a minute. I felt like she was talking heavy.
And you know what's crazy is, I mean, a good percentage, I would say over 60% of my kids that I had coached those past years, they didn't have either one of their parents, they were living with their grandparents. And I'm doing my best, man, because at the end of the day, like this was my way of living, right? So of course we got monthly fees, I got to pay the other coaches, I got to pay gyms, things like that, right? But man, just the kindness of my heart from my family growing up, being raised on my grandfather a lot, is fine. I think he gave me a lot of his heart. I had to help these kids out.
You've been back.
Yeah, I love that. There's times where I can charge them. It wasn't about the money or things like that. It wasn't. It's about the kids. It has to get back to the kid either way. I was able to be blessed to give these kids these opportunities, but at the end of the day, I still got to give more opportunity to the ones that also didn't have the opportunity that the kids had.
And that's powerful, man, because the same way that you gave an opportunity, the same way that they needed a coach for sports, for something good, there's also an opportunity in gangs. You know what I mean? Because, for example, gangbangers, when they recruit, they say, hey, we're your family. Hey, we'll take care of you. Hey, we're your older brothers now. And it's easy to slip into that type of lifestyle, too. So I'm not that issue with that, man. That's not up to a lot of good karma, good energy. That some way, somehow, is that about the money? It's gonna come back to you tenfold.
And I kind of want to go ahead.
You know, and also when you give so much, it comes back to you, you know, from other sources. You might not be charging that particular person or that family or whatever, but God knows what you're doing.
Absolutely.
He said, and he gives God to you 100% or more than what you get out because you have a good heart. So he's going to help you help people in one way or another.
Yeah. So that's, I have to, honestly, guys, I have to live by that. You know, like I'm single. I've been single for a long time. Actually, since that last late.
Welcome to the club.
He's finding out being the guy has something to do with it. He's like, you know, the one you messed up.
You messed that profit.
Okay, great. And he let that be like, you know, that one explanation. How to say that one explanation, the one you fucked up. What did I do? I wasn't there.
It's like,
yeah, I wasn't there. I don't know, but yeah, so I don't think we forgot it though. Your blessing. I don't think we forgot.
It was the welcome to the time.
Yeah.
He's single.
No telling.
Wow. I'm single.
He's single.
What
is wrong with us? Why are we this guy? I got options, but then you want to get rid of options of it. Yeah, I like that. I love that. Listen, I know. So why not do this? How long are you single?
Man,
before we get into that, we are single, ready to mingle on a domingo. Yeah, I know this. So shout us out. I mean, you know, going to my DMs. By the way, I've done something differently.
What?
I'm gonna announce it. I'm gonna announce it.
What?
So yeah, I made a promise.
I'm gonna close it.
I made a promise. Come on. This is it. Copy. Feeling about the Cristrian. Copy it. For here, we're having enough support. You know, I was like, I'm a dad. We're J-Roc. Stop it. Happy. So I hear what else, but we're talking about relationships.
Yeah.
So I made a promise. We're not going to dive deep into this one. We're not going to dive deep into this one. We're going to go back to We're going to dive deep into that. Let's go. I'm going to say it in the ear. As some of you may or may not know, like years didn't know.
Okay.
There was always a preference for me to take married women.
No.
I'm no longer living that lifestyle. I had given it up. I made a promise on my last deathbed. I'm serious. I got surgery like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. My appendix was about to burst, was about to die. And I was like, Lord, I promise I won't mess with these married women anymore. That feeling, I'm really nice. I blocked them all. I'm like, the two for sure, the one potential, all three of them blocked. I'm out. No more.
This is the dissect, bro.
No. There's no back to yours. There's no back to you.
Not after you took the picture when you said to the hospital.
Moving surgery.
What is your name? I don't know that theory.
Yeah.
Why did you why not your friend?
Oh, let's talk about that. You think friends have to be there for each other immediately? I text her, I need your prayers, my friend, please. A week later, I'll pray for you. I swear, I was out of the fucking hospital already. Are you kidding me? A week later, I bet I answered. I said, yeah, real shit, yeah. I know. Brother, like a week later, she's like, and right now she's telling me, she's fucking telling me right now, why didn't you let me know? She was one of the first ones I didn't know. Why didn't you get back to me? I mean, Jesus. Jesus like, I got you. Sandra, I'm gonna get back to you. I got you. Jesus got me. We're good. Jesus got me. No, she's like, I promise you were one of the ones. I said, friend, I need your prayer. It's like, shit, what was the phrase? I almost like that, but prayer warriors, something like that. Oh yeah, I was supposed to that prayer warriors. Someone in the hospital, I didn't say who. It was me. Sorry. I said, I saw that. They saw it. They didn't even like you. They didn't call me. I'm not. I said, your text. That was wrong timing for Sandra. Why didn't you let me know? I did let you know. And you responded a week and a half later. That was when you were sorry. Wow. When you're yeah, she was on a date. Yeah, so. No one marrying women, but I think this will happen. She's on the date, right? She's talking with the guy, right? The phone Mason looks it up. She's like, but it. So in the let's say this. She's like this. She's like, oh yeah. So hold on. Thanks, Tuesday. I think that goes through. And the guy goes, everything okay? And my friend, he's just dying. Anyways, think about yeah. Tell me more about you. It goes about you. Wow. She probably says nice. Let's have a drink. That's the memory of Cristrian. Yeah. She was on her date. She was on her date like this. She's like, one for the homie. Let's see if he makes it. Yeah, let's see. Hope he makes it.
No, the means that means
you were one of the only people that did.
I just checked the phone text messages. You sent the wrong
Sandra. Oh, baby.
To the wrong Sandra.
I do it. My phone is recording.
What he said to was probably married.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that was the one you forgot to. I can't get back to this one. Yeah, that is so. Who was it? Nobody. When it actually, no one mentioned before. Yeah. Don't text me when he's here.
In their beds on nobody.
No,
but the balance.
oh, which one?
This one. Does it big?
I'm gonna get it like an old song.
Go.
You, the way sound go. And just,
I can't help.
I never see. You're not the one that goes off. It should go. It goes like no, there's like that. It goes like.
I called to Daddy. On the when I stand there, well, I wonder. Just so being covered.
All right, guys. This kind of shit doesn't happen when it's scripted. You know what it's like, guys. That Simon on this. Big album dropping soon. That's producer. Yeah, we just look here. That's it there. How the look? I love it. We're easy for the intro from Colorado and our voices tonight. This is about the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. That's it. What am I doing? This step. Wow. The person let me die, then you say, gotcha. So let's go back to the JC stuff. Yeah. What happened to you? Sure. Over.
Why did she break up this year?
Okay, quick.
Wait.
We're getting into that.
Wait. We don't know Justin that well.
I want to know.
I'm gonna ask the same question. I'm just gonna.
Well, that's actually where I was going to go.
I'm gonna reword it 2024. Why did she or she break up with you? You said that.
No.
So you're doing something weird about she. What about this she?
I know he had a she.
Yeah, let's listen to it real quick. Why do you think that?
Because she's together back.
Okay, the guy got.
Nine
like guys.
I was like a guy. I love it.
Yeah, guy. All right.
No, so to go back on like, remember we were talking about how these kids didn't have the things that they needed to grow up, right? I think when I met her, we were well 21. We were going through this. She, building her business. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do, but I'm doing for wrestling and running this business. I didn't think at that time basketball wasn't even a thing. It was just something I was doing for fun. That's it, right? So just, we were together for, 8 years, but through all that, we were learning everything. But I think those last 2-3 years was just going with the flow of where she was, where I was, where business was going. And I think today, as I've gotten older, of course, I feel that obviously it was my fault in a way, and I'm only bold enough to say that because I wasn't mature enough and I wasn't doing the right distance. That's why the business wrestling, but the company isn't here today, and if I was smart in business and stuff, we would still have it today. But I think a lot of it was those things I didn't worry. Financial problems is what broke this. Gotcha. Wow, just to trust her. Yeah.
Financial problems are always a stress.
But you know what's up? I want to say something before you forget anything. I want to give you kudos and props because you were doing more than what I was doing at 21. So don't say my fault because of this. Like, even though at the time it wasn't a business structure, and everybody in business, okay, we get into business, it fails. We get into business, it falls. We get into business, it breaks up. So don't beat yourself about it. Like at 21, you were both young. So give yourself a little bit of grace and give yourself, what's the word I'm looking for? Like don't be so hard on yourself saying it was my fault.
Yeah.
Because you were both 21. She kind of knew what she was doing. I guarantee she probably doing something else now. And you were trying to figure it out. Yeah. So kudos to you. Some people don't do shit at 21.
Yeah, and I think that's what
I said the 21s are working for other people.
Exactly. And I was still too, which to me was like, man, I'm trying to keep this job, build this up. And I think a lot of it was just, and I told Johnny this today, I was stuck in my head a lot. Instead of worrying about us, I was worried about me.
So lack of balance.
Yeah. And then again, I'm trying to be this pro wrestler, so I'm worried about, who am I?
Your persona.
I want to sell tickets, and that's the tough part. Then I'm going home and I'm trying to do the best that I can with her. And then just like not liking life because I hate my 40-hour day. My 40-hour week job.
Say you had a job, a regular job. You were getting paid by somebody to do that. Then you had your own business.
Correct.
Right. And then you had your family life with your wife.
Good.
So there's 3 different hats that you had to wear. And unfortunately, sometimes we don't take off the hat when we get to home. We don't take off that work hat or that business owner hat. And that leads to problems.
And you can ask any of my friends back then that hung out. Wrestling never left my brain.
Jim Rohn, considered the godfather of public speaking and personal development, said, when you're at the beach, be at the beach. Don't be at the office. When you're at the office, be at the office. Don't be at the beach.
Yeah.
Because those two worlds, if you don't know how to time manage and separate them, they're going to consume each other. When you're with your significant other, your family at the beach, and you're talking about work and you're on the phone and you're answering emails, it takes away from that. When you're at the office thinking about vacation, well, you're not very productive.
Yeah.
So we have to be able to distinguish and separate. But now you're being vulnerable, you're opening up, but now you're also mature. You have a few more years on you. Now you know what not to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing today is like, I'm okay with going back and knowing my wrongs and doing my wrongs. I'm still having to deal with them today, man, in different ways. But I wish I would have had, again, mentors back then to tell me, hey man, you're doing good. Hey man, you'll be all right. And when I had to be that for everybody else, you actually being the promoter, being the coach, being whatever, what was going on at home in certain ways, but I think I'm okay today with what all happened. And it taught me a lot because even that guy that was selfish and was an asshole after the relationship, nobody wanted to be around me, man. Yeah. Like nobody wanted to be around that guy. I didn't want to be around myself. And I got, I wouldn't be here today in a way. Gotcha. You know what I mean? I got that far. And I think what it was I was blaming myself when I should have just been understanding of what the fuck is happening.
It's the journey of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're finding yourself now. And the reason why you didn't take things further is because God has a purpose for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we just learn, we live and learn what max you do. You know what I'm saying? Finish this for me. We either win or we
Lose.
learn.
Exactly. That's right. My bad.
No. Right. So now we learn next time we do have a relationship and we are ready in a business, we need to know how to balance that.
Yeah. And I think that's what's great about today, man, is I'm glad I went through all that and I'm still here today because I see the purpose today. Like, you know,
You learn from it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Now you can point to another 21-year-old juggling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now you can do that. That's what I'm saying. There's a purpose for everything and everyone, you know? And she came in for a season, taught you a valuable lesson. And now we get to move forward. And one, personally, we don't do that again. And then two, we can pour into other people that we see them making the same mistake.
Yeah. And it's crazy, right? Because I thought about this. You were talking about how you had your shirt, you were joking about that. But Don's got to see all this because I had diverticulitis and I was about to, I erupted and they almost thought that I was going to pretty much die. And I needed the surgery, right? Well, they were able to calm it down in a way, but the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And so I go through the surgery a couple of weeks later and I'm having problems after the surgery. Like I don't know what it was, but I couldn't hold anything down. I kept throwing up. I was just feeling like shit, man. I couldn't come back. Like my mom got to the point where she's like, hey, pastor's coming preach. I'm like, the fuck is going on? Like, no, I'll be all right. She's like, you're snaring me. And I'm like, well, let's just let the process go, right? Anyway, in that time, whatever medicine I was on or whatever, it took my brain somewhere and I saw everything, bro. Like I saw the things that I did wrong to her. I saw the things that I was doing good for everybody else. Damn. That is
Second,
absolutely. You're given the gift of wisdom, possibly. Absolutely. It brought clarity. Brought a lot of clarity, bro. And I remember when I got out of there, I'm like, dude, I almost got to the point where I didn't want to coach basketball anymore because I just saw what I saw, man. And when I got better and I started getting back on my feet and stuff, I haven't looked back in a way. Like, I don't know if anybody can see this probably other than Johnny, but like Johnny saw me progress so much in those years and he sees where I'm at today and stuff. And I'm still not the best spot, but I'm believing in everything that I'm doing. And I know that shit's going to work because everything's happening. But God's like, hey, not yet. Hey, yeah, more like, hey, there's this stump right here. You know, like right now, I got a big stump right now, but I'm like, nah.
That's how you something.
Do it.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Sandra's the same way.
Yeah.
Steve is the same way.
And who keeps it together for you?
Whoa. My faith, one,
Okay.
but two aunts that raised me, they're constantly praying for me. And before I even call it, they're like, something's wrong.
Yeah.
And you'll pick it up. Because of how spiritual they are, they'll call me, what's happening?
Wow.
I feel something in my spirit. And sure enough, something is happening that I open up to that.
Yeah.
So I think the things that keep me grounded, the things that keep me going, is people that have believed in me, people that have faith in me, people that pray for me all the time and we don't even tell it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So aside from that, like, that's what I'm trying to say is like, we're constantly evolving into trying to be a better person.
Yeah.
That people like you, Sandra, Steven, myself, we're hard on ourselves. Because we think we can get better. We know we could do better. We know we could do more. So sometimes it's a lot. That's what I was telling you earlier, like, give yourself some grace.
Yeah.
We're going to mess up. We're going to fall. Someone's going to betray us. Someone's going to talk bad about us. Someone's going to lie. Someone's going to embezzle money. Someone's going to backstab you. It is what it is. We just keep it moving, right? We don't dwell on that. We have a sink. We don't water it. We just keep it moving because the more you think about the person who hurt you, betrayed you, breaks your heart, man, like you're carrying all that weight around. And the person that might have done something ill to you is living their best life. Poison.
I have the saying that I use because, you know, people hurt us all.
Yep.
And typically when you get hurt, then we get that guilt, then we project whatever, and we take that to the next thing. So I always say, I don't want the world to change me.
I just want to change who I'm around. So, I try to keep my core values and what I like and the way I am with people. I know Cristrian, we've talked, we're a certain way with people, and then they take a dump on us. And it's hard to still have that generosity. But now I just look for the signals, the red flags, trust my instinct.
Yeah.
And I already know it's going to go.
It goes back to what you said. Now, we had experience, you, Sandra, Steven, myself. Now we have experience, and we can catch, we know what this is leading, right? And now we're cautious. Now we thread lightly, hey, let's keep this person at an arm's length because we know how this ends. We've seen that pattern before.
Yep.
But now you have the experience.
Yeah. I read something the other day that really, really hit deep. It said something to the effect of, I have a lot of battle scars, but the ones that hurt me most are the ones that were caused by people who loved me. Yeah, and you sometimes the people that you think love you the most are the ones that cause you more harm. Unfortunately,
typically stuff like that is rooted or seeded from like childhood experiences. Someone says something, someone did something, and we grew up with that. And life is like an onion, like something that was in your core. It starts to get these different layers, like an onion, right? And sometimes you manifest the brokenness, you manifest the pain, the guilt, you manifest not trusting people. But that was rooted way back in elementary, middle school, high school, and we just grow up as adults with that.
and sometimes you don't know that you're causing that pain to other people. You don't see it yourself.
Hurt people hurt people.
Yep. You see it a lot, man. And I think that's, just overall, I think that's where we just have to, excuse me, I think we have to get better in. And that's where I'm at right now, is just trying to figure out ways to stay better, get better, and be around good people, man.
Yeah. And what I love is that obviously children are our future.
Yeah.
And the world is more shittier than what it's a shit right now.
Is it going there?
It is horrible, bro. And, I'm happy that you're teaching, younger generation.
Yeah.
And so hopefully when they come to that crossroads, we don't know which way they're going to go, but hopefully in those split seconds when they're there to make a decision, they remember, right here, if I did this, I should have done. And all you can do is hope that you did it. And again, it's not your parent, it's not your kids, but still, you had a positive influence. The team environment, when I have a relationship, I believe in a team, cohesive, in business, a team so that you can accomplish a common goal. I mean, it really, I believe in all that in all the organizations, because if you work together, you can accomplish.
Absolutely right. And I think that's what's been really great about, we'll go to the podcast at the gym, and it's with Johnny, man. Me and Johnny we're part of another program or another company that we were doing, live streams and stuff with. And we kind of saw each other's value. I'm like, here comes another one, bro. I was being a dickhead around that time. Yeah. Again, going through that shit and then just trying to figure out, I think at that moment in time too, the wrestler ego came out, and I was feeling as if I felt I was better than what I was being treated as. And I was stupid. But in some ways, that's how I sold tickets back then.
Yeah.
Right. So it was just is it working? Is it not? And it wasn't working in a relationship perspective. So when that had happened, I had seen Johnny, he kind of felt in a way that we should try to branch out in a way. And so, we talked about it. And it's funny because I've been talking about this recently on our podcast, but he was like, hey, if we did this, can you do it? And I lied to him because I didn't think I could actually, I couldn't do it at that moment in time. But I was just yeah, because just like I said right now earlier too, I feel something's going to come. And I knew at that moment in time, I can do this shit. So I'm just going to tell him yes.
Every time if I think of you and Johnny, it's exactly like Steve and I.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are complete separate. Yes, have different upbringings, you guys have different mindsets, but together, you guys are a great team. We don't agree all the time. Sometimes those one time, we almost went to blows, right?
Yeah.
Or good night. Because we're so different. We think different. We process different. These two, I
handled my alcohol back.
They understand each other, right? If you say something,
me and Johnny's a competition.
Yeah.
Certainly.
I mean, except there's no competition.
Yeah, when he found his ass.
I was doing, I was like,
No, when I was up front, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let that slide. I wasn't a pro in the company. I was like, you're lucky I'm gonna let this go. Anyways, but no, seriously, like, you two are different, but when you guys come together to produce, you guys bring a lot of bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, within the team. Yeah, your son, Dax. Yeah, women's perspective. Yeah, complement each other really well. That's good. Good stuff, Sandra.
Yes, because
You should be a regular on the show. Oh,
action. You know what? It's because it's like having a wife relationship.
Yeah.
To be complimentary.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's something that I really appreciate about Johnny, because I don't get it anywhere else.
Right.
You know, my dad's old school Mexican, man. He hardly ever told me, I love you or proud of me, anything like that, right? When I love my brothers to death, you know, don't get me wrong, but I worked harder than both of my brothers in my life, you know?
That is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Someone not telling you I love you in childhood.
Yeah.
You bring that into your 20s and 30s, subsequently 40s.
So why do you think, don't get me wrong, I am a very, how do they call, what's the affirmation? I'm very affected, that way. Like I'm very such happy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that was never the situation, but it was some things that I didn't from being young that I had to look true. Yeah. And just, you know, that led into my relationships, you know? And so, yeah.
Lizzie, when you don't get it, you don't feel like you have to give it either.
Exactly.
And so just you learn that, you know, you learn that from somebody else. Like they never told me, so I gave sense. Those years I was worried of it.
Like when somebody compliments me, I feel awkward, weird, right? Like I don't know what to say back. Yeah, I don't, you know. And but I wish I was like, it's about time. Like, yeah.
Every time I compliment Steven, he's like, look, it took you long enough. I'm like, no, but but I get it, bro. Like when someone compliments me, like, I'm like, Daddy, you see it? You're gonna tell you this. Yeah. Like, you know what's the worst, Shereen? Like, I'm walking down the street and women are like, hey, Papacito, whoa. I don't know how to take that, man. It's like, they're like I walk down the street and women are like, hey, baby doll. Well, yeah, Papi, he was out. See, you, Papi, to go. And I'm like, that was weird. Like, please don't do that, man. Second, no, yeah, I know. It goes back to what I said, like, hurt people. But
yeah,
sometimes it also goes to what Sandra said, like, because this is the way our upbringing was. Then we teach that to our children, and then they pass that on. That's also like a generational courtesy because it goes from the it's just the way that we were. My dad was like this. My dad never said I love you. My dad never pleaded with me. My dad always seen exactly where you are.
Or then you go the total opposite way, and then you shower them with so much.
Yeah, I'm fine with the shit. I'm gonna slip. Yes.
So I went to Houston where my dad lives for Thanksgiving, and I have a brother that just finished he's in his first semester of college. So yeah, my dad, which was involved in my life, my soccer coach, all that, what was hard on my ass? Then I have a brother that is just hampered. And so my dad's getting old. I'm seeing him cook, and I'm seeing like he can't put the force to the knife, and I'm like, hey, what can I help you with? But on the other side, I'm not there all the time. So I respect his family unit. My brother, like, hey man, I don't want to take away his where I go in to be the alpha, like,
yeah.
And now he kind of a little pissed because his mom speaks purely Spanish, and he's trying to peel a potato, and she's like, hey, and she tells him in Spanish, can you teach him how to peel the potato? My brother and sister and I don't need him to teach me. I think I could understand it. I was like, so I punk his ass out. He's like, let's take his side. Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I respect it. Because I already know she looks up to me. Man. But, like, there can be some differences.
But he's a lot younger than you, too.
He's like,
how much younger?
Well, I'm 50. And she is maybe 17, 18.
Wow, so that's a good gap. Yeah.
And it's,
I had a good gap.
I'm over there. I'm like, my dad has this huge liquor cabinet. I'm like, come on, bro, let's do some shots. Oh, really? I can't do any shots. Well, in 21, we're going to do some shots. Oh, we're going, no. I'm not like, If they ever wanted to send the parents to go to UTSA, I'm like, I don't think so. Because when y'all get them back, y'all are gonna have like ticket.
Where it's anywhere.
Yeah, but yeah.
No, I'm saying his wife doing something.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I mean, if he can do it, he's probably thinking if he can do it.
That of like my typical demographics of dating is 29 and older, but you know, I'll be like, hey, the person we're going to college fees, you know, we're now a party or whatever. He's going to be wild crazy, you know?
Yeah, no, that's
Those wilds could be like, what happened to my little meal?
Steven happened that. Steven happened so.
yeah.
Oh, good. Let me ask you guys a question. And I don't want to spend too much time on it because we could deep dive into this, but we'd love to have you again. But let me ask you guys a question. Individually, if you want to answer, I'd probably recommend that we do just for content. Why are you single? I'll start here with you.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'll start. Yeah, good.
I'm hard to love. I'm not hard to love. Yeah, I'm a fucking bit. I'm an asshole, right?
I can agree with that.
I said my turn. That's when you guys
Yeah.
listen and don't.
Right.
Suffer.
Five colleagues are like, yeah, he's right. I thought this was content. Yeah. And next goes to check it out.
So I'm hard to love. Come out of you agree. I'm hard to love. And then also going back to what you said, it's difficult with the projects that I have going on and work schedule too for me to dedicate time to someone. I met some people on dating apps that text me. I forget to text for 2 days, dude. Like it's not and they're like, oh my God, I'll just stop. Like, girl, like I got a podcast, I got a show, I got Steven, I got marketing, I got everything. At your very, yeah. Like, everyone's good, I got Steven.
Does that what?
Yeah, man. Like, that sounded weird. No wonder that get back to me. So, like, Steven, no, but that's me and Steven. But here's the double-edged sword. I could find someone who's not like me and they will understand it. They're 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, weekends, all part of this off, right? No entrepreneurial spirit. And we just don't click. They don't understand, the thing grind. Then I have someone who could be like me. And then we kind of end up being like competition. Like, who's better? Who's the alpha? You know what I'm saying? So
they give him a couple shots and he's up, down on the ground.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult for me to date this.
I mean, you do make alpha females, but you didn't want to beat your ass too, though. I mean,
so I share a little. You guys scat if you like.
Yeah, no, for sure. So my thing, which a lot of I've never really heard many guys say this, but I don't want to be with anybody right now because I don't want to fuck a girl's life up. Like I don't want to fuck her life up.
Well, that's a good thing.
Because I know that I'm so caught up in my own shit right now that I don't even want to get in the mix of that. My friends give me shit like, well, when you supposed to meet? I'm like, dude, like I'm 36 and I'm wrong before I had my fun. And I don't think that's what's important to me right now. Like right now, if I met a girl, I actually explained this to my buddy the other day. If I met a girl right now and she's hitting on me, I could probably like take it a little bit, maybe chat with her, but I would not go any further than that chat, other than maybe get her number, continue to prove it not ready because I'm not ready.
That is the very selfless thing I have ever heard from a guy.
And because again, like she's gonna want my time, and I don't want to give that to anybody right now. But my time is for me right now, bro. The podcast is growing. We just opened up a studio. I want to do other things on the side. I love wrestling. I love my time of being at home gaming with my own boys. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love going out with my boys to go drink. But I'm also at the level where I don't even want to drink much anymore because my time of hanging out with my boys is when we're chatting. There's times where I'm not even playing. I just have my headphones on and working. And they're like 3 of these guys I've never even met in my life, like face to face. But we've been so cool that gives me my time to get at ease if I need it, right? But at the end of the day, that's the big thing for me is I don't want to fuck some other girl's life up.
That's very, very, very mature of you to say that. I got some shit that I've got to deal with, but there's a hot blonde, blue eyes with tattoos. Yeah, I got some shit, but yeah, what's up, Grace? Like, how can I be? Let's go there. I'll fuck your shit up. I don't care. I'll try with you. You're going to get like, yeah.
No, just wait.
Yeah,
I mean, but don't get me wrong. Like, dude, I'll be there and be at Oz and maybe chat with her, but awesome. To me, I'm just like, hey, and if we got that far, I would be like, look, understand that I'm busy as fuck and I'm going to miss your text. I'm going to call you. There's certain things that are going to happen.
Women find that sexy because most guys, if they give you a little bit of attention, you're like, and brings on that because now it may sound counterintuitive for you not to, like you're pushing away and it attracts them more, right? Versus guys think that she's a little attention and you give her more attention, now you're just repelling her.
And
that's crazy.
I can get a little further than that too, is because like I'm not the best version of me right now. Like my buddy Gonz again, I tell him right now because he's been going to the shit with me. I tried the 75 hard thing and I did 9 days, bro, and I fucked up. I didn't fuck up by drinking. I didn't fuck up by my diet. I fucked up because I didn't have time to go work out 2 times a day. You know what I mean? And so I'm down 15 pounds in 10 days.
Yeah, I can help you. We got 7 years total with it.
So what?
7 weeks out.
Okay, I'm talking about that.
Shouldn't go.
But if that happens, hormone therapy. Hormone therapy helps with that as well.
Really? Okay, so.
And finish. I'm not done. We got you. If you need help with losing weight, we got different peptides. We have semaglutide shot. We have Cristrian trainer. We have nutrition. We have meal preps. We have everything. So whatever.
That's what I need right now. Exactly.
This show is sponsored by the Long Medical Group, 8721 Bots Lane, San Antonio, Texas, taking care of all of your health nutrition.
I'm sure you might be for it.
Okay, yeah, okay, let's give him a look. Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
But yeah, no, and when I say that too is like, again, like wrestling is so much to me and I've utilized it towards life. And so like to me right now, like I don't even feel like I'm physically like
Dude, I'm glad you said that. So I said, why are we single? I don't know why I thought of you saying, because every time I meet a girl, I just body slam her. I'm not going to say that. I'm never going to say that.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean, I just, right?
Or that was why you see. I like this radical, but I would. I know how to do that. We can record it. We can record it standing there to see us. And
what's I like to be peeked out. Well, wait a minute. All right. Why are you single, man?
Because I choose to be.
We went from a really deep to everybody surface level. Here's a survey. See, look at those other women in here. Look, really good. J-Roc went like this. Surface, like deep down. Hey, come back. She didn't even go surface. She went like, because up to the studio.
She always tries to do that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So she's told you?
No. What's going on? Yeah.
What about you? Why are you single?
Why am I single?
Yeah.
Because I had a toxic relationship and that brought me down to a pretty bad level. Then I lost my business. Just a whole bunch of things, kind of like what you said.
Yeah.
So having the toxicity of someone not saying you're good enough or you're trying to like, give me a goal and they hit that goal. But when you hit the goal, like, can I get a Scooby snack? It's fun. Get a Scooby. That's like an always, you know? That's like, I feel like I'm thinking, I feel like it was on your yacht thing. I like it. You had the yacht to the fucking, never did the restaurant and looking more.
You hit the yacht that you make.
No, I never, I said, oh,
yeah, it would be bad.
And you were thinking, because I'm thinking, yeah, I was like, it's probably like in my birthday, like, oh, you can't take the candy because we got to save that for his birthday. You know, like, that was crazy. But that's why I was single. I think some of the things that I did for like just my self-growth, because I would have to, like, I had Cristrian telling me certain positive things, but I'm like, you know, this Cristrian's one bloody, like, you know, she's always good at encouraging.
Yeah.
But to believe that yourself, like, okay, so, you know, I went on that little path on how to grow myself, and kind of like what you said, I wasn't the best version. So sometimes I give that X credit, like, oh, I changed all this. But in reality, I changed for the better. Like, I used to be that dick where I felt entitled. I'm still a dick, but it's like, I'm not. I was like, you're stupid. You're stupid. What I'm not is that I don't feel as entitled. Like, for example, I've done things where my marketing company wasn't taking off.
Yeah.
And so I did catering at, like, right over here at the Tesoro building. So I'm used to be that snooty guy and take it to the hors d'oeuvres, and now I'm serving it. And what I got that perspective is that everybody has talents. The guy that was the chef that we spoke with earlier, like I actually did like it. So I know how to do that. I'm like, oh, that's some hard fucking work.
Yeah.
But I had appreciation like this guy does this. Just because I have tech skills or like I have different skills, but that doesn't make me any better than this person.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of made me more humble. And, you know, he broke up with me, blocked me, whatever the hell he does. Like, it's time to like fight.
Oh, that's funny, Justin. I'm about to block you.
He does that.
Yeah.
Like that. You know, broke up with me too. Did I tell you about that?
Letters.
Here's the difference. I broke up with her. She didn't let go. She's like, you're going to block me. You're not going to stop talking to me. You're my friend. Like, she insisted. That, oh, yeah. Goes to show, right?
I did call him.
Oh, wait. I'm not his man. You text me a week and a half later. I'll pray for your friend over his head. Like, Jesus already did the miracle. She sent her prayer to next week. Yeah.
No, back if you're trying to tell you.
We gotta look at her. I'm getting spoiled. Did you message her? Did you Facebook message her instead of regular texting? Facebook, what you got? You got the messenger.
She probably got her freaked out because all you saw was Cristrian in a hospital.
In the sweet cows. And she's like, where's this? She's like, oh, why did he do to her? That's right. I know.
Okay.
What did you do to her?
In my defense, excuse me, if you message me on Messenger, I don't go in there very often. So,
text.
people that go text me there is people that don't have my number.
Sandra, it's okay.
My number.
Sandra's okay.
So,
It's okay. Jesus forgives the eating French. I'm good.
I've been very.
You know, Jesus is like, you on the bench, and he's like, I got this. And he like, triple point. He's like, he got it. Swish. They go like, it's so great for him.
Yeah, I pray for you then. I pray for you every day.
No.
So,
There you go.
you know, it was on it covered.
She just put it on her credit.
She just said, actually, she just put it on. She said, but it's a tab. But she's in the car. Jesus' car. Like, yeah, I just put on my tab.
So I'm good.
Wow. Jesus, the bartender going, I'll put on your tab. It's like, it's a picture. Kill us. But guys,
I got one question here. How long have you been single?
We single again.
How long has everybody been single?
well, for a few years. For a few years, but yeah, exactly. But I consider myself
Girls or women? Which one do you date?
women.
Girls, women.
So yeah, but thanks a lot, Sandra. Yeah, she's not there. She's not there to pay for me. Leave her like,
Are these girls like, are they about to leave the relationship?
well, still, like they are not in their relationship, guys. Just so you know, if you guys haven't done it, my silver swing. If you guys have there, I'm saying, if you guys haven't done it, one of them actually had a relationship with her. And then she was about to leave. They were about to get divorced. He didn't let her go. She asked me up about a year later. She's like, you have an open relationship now, so you're good. We don't have to sneak her out. I was like, oh, okay.
And then he lost the attraction.
No, then I made a promise to Jesus. I was like, you weren't blocked. Anyways, I have single status on my Facebook because, you know, if it happens, I stay on Facebook. It's real. So I have a single status, but I have seen, like Sandra said, I do see women. It's just not like, she's like my boyfriend, girlfriend, and I make that public. So I don't want people who are looking at my Facebook and saying they're single for 7 years. Nobody wants them. No. There's people that want me. We just keep that. You're not sweet when they're cheap out of. That's a deep my girl or a scraper. Not cheap. We keep that on the low, right? So to answer your question, I haven't really been single, but I haven't changed my status because it hasn't been somewhat significant.
Well, that's the thing. What was the last time you changed your status? That's the last time you were.
Last time I got heartbroken, I moved out here for a woman.
Oh, we talked about that at Social Work.
Yeah, I moved out here for a woman. We're going to get married. We're going to have kids. Just kidding, guys. Yeah. No, they're like, oh, shit. When did we start? No. No, yeah, like, I don't have a guns that you're real. Yeah, I'm just like, I have a barrier. And he's just like, and he was going to get the Kleenex for y'all. And he did whole thing, man. He owe me all now. I'm over it. But that one took some time. That was my last serious relationship.
Okay.
And that
How long ago was that?
Oh my gosh. 2014.
So 10. I got so long. The guy read it said over 10 years.
Oh, so we have you got one. So check this out.
Okay.
We office our co-working space.
Shout out to Venture X Northwest and Audrey. And the guy's there.
Okay.
Like, I run into the one who married my ex.
Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy. We haven't told you. Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's all me.
So, right up. What's up, Harler? How's everything? You doing? You talk to me? Oh, yeah. Good. Cool. Excellent, man. And we just go work. Check the I promise you. Did you know that was it? Of course I knew. So what? I know the temper. She cheated on me. She cheated on me with that dude. Remember we talked about heartbreaks and heartaches and betrayals? We used to network. And then they met. Okay. And remember when Pokemon first came out? When we were I would like Pokemon. Oh, he was Pokemon, all right. I had a gig. I used to DJ. I used to be a king DJ for karaoke. I had a gig. And when she did that, I said, yeah, I'm going to go Pokemon with this dude. I'm like, yeah, cool. Had full confidence, full trust. I'm the guy. I'm the man. She's going to have my babies. We're going to get married. There's no way she'll ever do that to me. It happened to me.
and they shot with big with Kumo.
It happened. They ended up having a relationship. She denied it. I found out. She pulled out the house. She said, no, there's nothing. I promise. Next thing you know, I'm married. Yeah, they got kids. So I see him, bro. I see him. Hey, you feel amazing. Dang. We see the guy there. Yeah, co-working space.
And so she's part of another organization. Cristrian's always the network. He's like, dude, we need to get. And then he's like, so you're not the touch guy. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? That's usually what he does. He trucks me like, this is his personality. Oh, by the way, yes, he's white. He's also my. Okay, cool. So I bring that shit up or what?
I don't want to put him on blast, but every person that finds out, they're like, she left you for that guy? I'm like, and I shouldn't even be proud of that. I'm like, so that me, where's the Pokemon? There's a Pokemon Go, bro. He had a better Pokemon than I did. And that's what it is. I mean, we just keep Pokemon and see who sticks.
I don't see it. The Pokemon Goes, I do it straight.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of that from people. It's like it.
Listen, man, it's been fun.
Yeah.
A pleasure. Tell us,
Fun, bro.
Tell us the different things you do quickly. We have to sign you.
Heck yeah, man. So I'm a videographer right now. Our company's Social Plug Media, so make sure you check us out. We're Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. Our podcasts, those are kind of our big thing. We have a studio downtown New Braunfels. It's called Collab Space Studios. So a lot of content creation. We have some workspace as well. And then obviously we're doing all of our podcasts in there. So check out my podcast, Kick Rock's podcast. We joke around. We talk about random conversations. A lot of not so much wrestling, but you'll know when we have wrestling talk on there. But I'm all over the place. I like to learn about people, know about people, what they do, and also learn their journey and the shit that where that brings them down and the things that bring them back up. You know what I mean? I think everybody has a story, so I love storytelling with all that. But again, I help Johnny with the Social Plug podcast, producing 5 podcasts right now. So if you want to start a podcast, come out and you're in the New Braunfels area, we'll drive out there, come check us out, and we'll help you get everything going.
Go and check it out.
What's the number where they can reach you?
My number is 830-360-5954. You can reach out to me there, and we can get you all hooked up there at the studio if we need to.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of big things coming up. I'm doing a lot of videography right now. A lot of local bars opening downtown, so they're putting a lot of footage and stuff out with them. They've been hiring me for events.
Oh yeah, and so he does like some golf little area. Like someone had like some brand new like bar and like a golf.
Yeah, golf.
Kind of like Top Golf. Yeah, that I've noticed that it was like on a small.
Yeah, Amy Party House. My guys, Michael, Yvonne, man, and Buddy are out there, and they're kicking butt, man. They opened that up. I did a video for them. But my videography is starting to really pick up right now. That's like much.
Videography for what? Like quinceañeras? Or not really?
Yeah, I can do those like events. Really, I can do those. I haven't been hired for that, but I do a lot of like grand openings. I love to show atmosphere. Basically, like when somebody has a bar or a place or an event, I like to show atmosphere.
For the real,
for the marketing. Yeah. So yeah, and a lot like Wild Side, shout out to Cindy Wild and Dylan Wild. They just opened a bar downtown, and I just did their videos, a minute video, kind of showed their their soft opening, and they actually hired me to go back this Saturday. It's a great grand opening, so it's truly cool. So just trying to get jobs like that, keep it rolling. You talked about when business was slow, the company picked up another job. I might get there, but I don't. Hopefully, not. But I've been blessed, man. Thanks. Johnny's, like I said, I always going to go back to Johnny because Johnny's really. He's not only has he been a great mentor to me, but he's also taught me the right way to do business, man. And that's all I felt like that's what I've needed. And now that I have that, I'm getting better. I'm learning, and sky's going from there, man. We might be doing I've been talking to a couple people, and I might bring wrestling back within the next year or so. We'll see, man. I want to get in better shape, and now we can maybe get back in the ring one more time.
Nice thoughts on the kind of final thoughts.
Final thought. This was a great show.
Absolutely.
Learned a lot.
Agree.
From him and you.
Really else.
You didn't actually speak French today.
I know, it's a little timid.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sorry. Right.
I am Cristrian. Yeah. He actually picked up my call. I was like, hey, man, you gonna run? Are you dying? But I did say, yeah, we said survive. This one, I was like, Sandra, please, Sandra, please pray for me, Sandra. Sandra's over there like, how is that? Stop, guys. The 170 bar. Yeah. Oh, so you were on a date with her.
Oh, on it, sure.
Sure. So, guys, if there's anything that we can take away from this, podcast, it is that you can relate your personal, your family, your romantic relationships to business. Things are going to happen. People are going to betray you. People are not going to love you. You're going to want validation from people in your personal and romantic relationships. The same thing may happen in your business. So make sure that you take those life lessons, put them into business, and learn how to navigate through the business world. My name is Cristian Montalvo. On behalf of all of us here, this has been Relate to Elevate. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for